Motherfuckers don't have to be loyal to 50 in business. I guess that's how Meech felt, because he's his own boss.
His jewelry is priceless and timeless. Like, it's just a different type of craftsmanship that he does. Elliot charged me $200,000 just for this Cuban. This Cuban is like 1,100 grams.
Eventually, have to have a bond hearing. There were cameras everywhere. It was a scene.
Tony Yayo just put it all out there. 50 Cent really turned his back on Big Meech, and it's all because Lil Meech blew through millions. Fiddy handed Lil Meech a golden ticket, and instead of building an empire, dude burned through the cash like he was in a rap video. Now Big Meech is out here struggling, reaching out to Rick Ross and whoever else will listen, and Fiddy, he ain't feeling that at all. And now Yayo is out here exposing what really went down. So let's get into it. 50 Cent and Big Meech's paths crossed during the peak of BMF's dominance in the early 2000s. Meech, known for his lavish lifestyle and deep ties in both the streets and the music industry, was a larger-than-life figure, while 50 Cent had just exploded onto the rap scene with Get Rich or Die Tryin'.
In 2006, the brothers were indicted in a federal RICO case originating out of Georgia.
BMF was the first group that was accused of being both a criminal organization and a record label.
According to Tony Yayo, there was a time when 50 Cent and Big Meech were on great terms, even sitting down together at Meech's house with his son, Lil Meech. Meech would tell wild stories about his past, talking about bricks, fast cars, and the high-stakes world he lived in. Yayo admitted he was mesmerized by Meech's storytelling and the way he carried himself.
He kind of broke the barrier between, you know, the Atlanta, the dirty South country, you know what I'm saying, thing. So you know what, they really got some money down there. They really have it.
But while Meech's lifestyle was extravagant, 50 Cent had a different approach. He played the industry like a chess game, understanding how to build long-term wealth rather than just blowing through fast money. When 50 and Meech started having serious conversations, it seemed like there was potential for something big. Yayo described it as an exciting time where 50 was willing to bring BMF into his world, helping to build a legitimate empire. According to Yayo, when nobody else was stepping up to guide Lil Meech, 50 put him in acting school, a move that would set him up for long-term success instead of just handing him a check. At the time, Lil Meech was trying to rap, but nobody from BMF was really pushing him forward. 50 saw potential where others didn't. He secretly put Meech's son in intensive acting training, keeping it on the low until it was time for his big break.
Take Lil Meech and you put him in fucking acting school. You know, you take him from Detroit. I remember him rapping when he was rapping and nobody was helping him from what I see.
Now, while 50 Cent was focused on securing Lil Meech's future, not everyone saw it that way. According to Yayo, 50 was the only one really guiding Lil Meech, making sure he had opportunities beyond the streets. But behind the scenes, there were growing tensions, especially with Big Meech himself.
It's a small room, but they didn't want to make me nervous and, you know, all that because it was still my start.
As time went on, Big Meech reportedly started feeling some type of way about how close 50 and his son had become. And according to 50, this wasn't just about business, it was about control. 50 dropped a bombshell when he revealed that he had to send Lil Meech to rehab over an alleged substance addiction. In a now-deleted Instagram post, 50 hinted that Big Meech was part of the problem, saying that instead of warning his son about the dangers of substances, Meech would tell stories about using ecstasy back in the day like it was cool. Thought about it, I think he was uncomfortable with me and Mimi's relationship, 50 wrote, referring to Lil Meech. I'm telling Mimi don't want him doing drugs. He telling him he used to do X like it's cool. I tell Mimi chill, stop spending all your money, he telling him how much money he blew. The situation reportedly escalated when Lil Meech was so out of it on set that he started throwing up during filming. This raised serious concerns for 50 and the BMF cast, leading to his decision to send Meech to rehab for treatment. From 50's perspective, he was doing what was best for Lil Meech, while Big Meech was holding on to old habits. But instead of appreciating 50 for steering his son away from the same mistakes, Big Meech saw it as overstepping. And just like that, the cracks in their relationship started to show. At first, everything seemed to be lining up for something legendary. But as Yayo pointed out, things didn't stay good for long. Once Rick Ross entered the picture, everything shifted, leading to one of the most unexpected betrayals.
February 13th, the Big Meech home benefit concert. It's gonna be iconic. Too many names to...
One of the biggest issues that led to the fallout between 50 Cent and Big Meech was the way Lil Meech handled his money. When 50 put Lil Meech in BMF the show, it was a golden opportunity. He was making millions from acting, securing a future that could extend beyond his father's empire. But instead of saving and investing, Lil Meech fell into the celebrity lifestyle trap, spending like he had endless income. Tony Yayo even pointed out how Meech was rocking Richard Mille watches, which go for at least $500K a piece, and dropping $10K on a single pair of Chrome Hearts jeans like it was nothing.
Meech got Richard Mille's Chrome Heart jeans, $10,000. I buy some Chrome Hearts for $10,000. I might wear them shits for a month, bro. $10,000 jeans, you know.
But the thing is, he was hanging with rappers who were in a completely different financial league. While Lil Meech was making a few million from BMF, rappers like Future, Lil Baby, and Gunna were pulling in that same amount from a couple of shows or streaming checks in a single month.
Baby he's not obligated to give you nothing. I looked at it like, from that point, maybe 50 should have brung a bag for Meech and maybe a watch or something.
Yayo even admitted that when G-Unit was at its peak, they spent recklessly too, but the difference was that 50 Cent always had a plan. Lil Meech didn't have that same mindset. He was trying to keep up with rappers who had different revenue streams that he couldn't match. Another big issue, Atlanta culture will have you spending money fast. The strip club scene, designer fits, jewelry, cars, it's all designed to make you flex until you're broke. And that's exactly what happened to Lil Meech. Instead of realizing his money wasn't coming in like that forever, he kept spending like he was a top-tier rapper, when in reality, he was still an actor with limited opportunities. Things really started getting weird when Big Meech got out of prison and expected to be taken care of. According to Yayo, when they visited Meech's house, he was complaining about Lil Baby pulling up in a Ferrari truck but not dropping off a bag. Meech felt like these artists who had profited from BMF's legacy should be paying homage, but nobody is obligated to give him money, especially not Lil Baby, who was never even part of BMF. Yayo hinted that Big Meech might have expected 50 Cent to drop off money too, but 50 wasn't about to throw money away for nothing. This is where things got messy because apparently Rick Ross had no problem breaking Meech off with something, which in turn made 50 look like the bad guy. Once 50 realized Meech was switching sides, he did what only 50 Cent would do. He canceled the entire BMF show, cutting off Lil Meech's main source of income. No more BMF, no more acting checks, no more bag. Lil Meech learned the hard way that money doesn't last forever, and when you bite the hand that feeds you, you'll end up broke and looking for a handout. Of course, Rose couldn't resist jumping into the drama. The moment 50 Cent shut down BMF and left Lil Meech out in the cold, Rick Ross saw an opportunity to insert himself. He made a big announcement that he wanted to produce a big-budget BMF movie, claiming that 50 Cent's show was lackluster and didn't do justice to the real story.
Yeah, so look, I do want to do a BMF film because you've been entertained by a lackluster, small-budget series. Now it's time to do a big-budget film. I took a picture with Rick Ross. Back against the wall and just slide down.
Now, let's be real. Y'all know 50 got all the rights to the BMF story. Rose talking about making a movie is just more fuel for their never-ending beef. This isn't about Big Meech, it's about Ross trying to take shots at 50 like he's been doing for years. And speaking of things getting canceled, let's talk about the homecoming event for Big Meech that Rose was hyping up. It got shut all the way down before it even happened.
I think he was thinking about this is gonna be that. No, I think Rick Ross wasn't a good friend because he knows 50 Cent's character.
50 Cent, of course, claimed he had nothing to do with it, even going on Instagram to say it wasn't his fault. But y'all know how petty 50 can be. This is the same man who bought out Ja Rule's concert seats just so they'd be empty. So it's very possible that he made some calls behind the scenes to shut it down, just to remind Meech and Rose who's really in control. And if that wasn't messy enough, 50 didn't stop there. After calling Big Meech a rat, 50 doubled down by posting another shady video. This time, he superimposed Meech's face on a clip of a man admitting he snitched. The caption, pure savagery. He wrote, "He had Tammy Cowan doing all his dirty work, her new tell-all breaks it down." Screech directed her and connected her to people to get his time cut. Tammy Cowens, the woman behind the alleged tell-all documentary, wasn't just any outsider. She was once Big Meech's close business partner and assistant, playing a key role in his operations. In fact, she even helped 50 Cent produce the BMF TV series before things went south between them. But the real controversy started when former BMF member Blue Da Vinci claimed back in 2008 that Tammy had become an FBI informant, which later fueled speculation that Meech himself may have cooperated with authorities to get his sentence reduced.
Tammy is a government informant. So when he said that, I was like, Tammy? What you mean, Tammy? Like, you ain't heard what's going on with her? And they were like, shit, I heard some shit, but whatever it is, that shit ain't got shit to do with me. And he was like, man, I'm gonna hit you back.
Now this is likely what 50 was referring to. He's basically hinting that Meech might have flipped, or at the very least, had people around him cooperating with the feds to get his time cut. And with Tammy dropping this tell-all documentary, yeah, it's looking real bad for Meech's legacy.
If Rick Ross could bless Meech more so than 50, because they wasn't really making no money off that show. Trust me.
At this point, 50 is on a full-blown takedown mission, making sure Meech's name never holds the same weight again. And with BMF, the show gone, the money dried up, and these allegations flying around, let's just say Big Meech might have more problems than just 50 Cent. So after everything that went down, who really betrayed who? Was 50 Cent just doing business, or was he being petty and proving a point? And most importantly, did Big Meech and Lil Meech fumble their own bag by not listening to 50's advice? Let me know what y'all think in the comments down below, because this situation is getting messier by the day. And don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe for more crazy updates, and check out the next video on your end screen. Trust me, you don't want to miss it.